Alright, so next we're going to show how to calibrate the Quattro gas detector. I have here our Micro Dock 2 system, calibration system. First I'm going to show you how to hook it up. We have our gas, it's already ready to go, and we have a regulator. All you got to do is screw it on and put it on the top. And it automatically fills up to the pressure. There's no on or off, it's just plugged in, ready to go. So next from there, we want to turn on our calibration system. So the far left button, you're going to turn that on. But before we get there, I'm going to show you a little bit of how this is set up. So it does, as I said, the Quattro, but it also does the Max XT2. Each slot has its own for each gas detector. And this is the computer portion to it. Batteries could go inside here for battery backup, so it could be in field and actually calibrate and bump test. The other thing is on our side we have a few different parts. Number one, inlet, or this is our inlet. You can see by the filter. And then this is where our gas is going to be hooked up to. And this is an exhaust. So afterwards, when it's purging, it's going to blow out all the gas. We have two power ports and a USB. So when you do calibrate your gas detectors, which would be by default once every 180 days, it'll have an alarms letting you know that you're getting close to it. And when you do your checks, it'll say how many days. This particular one, I think it said 171 days until it needs its next calibration. So from here, we got our gas set up. I'm going to plug in our gas into the docking station. So we're plugged in there, and next I'm going to turn it on. So the far left button, I'm going to hold that down, and our LED turns on and it's running its checks. Also, you had a little bit of lights, LED lights come on for where your gas detectors will go. So the next thing we need to do is get our gas detector ready to go for calibration. This is calibration. If I wanted to bump check, be able to load this on right now, but I need to first put our gas detector in calibration mode. The way I do that, it's already run through its checks and zeroed out. I'm going to hold the off button. I'm going to continue holding it and not letting go. So it powers off, and then I still am holding it. It starts calibration in 3, 2, 1, and it says you need to put the gas on it. So I open up this right station. It says the gas alert Quattro. So I put this face down. I disregard that. You want to put it face up. And then we click on the top portion to it, and it should snap in. And so from here, it will be alert. It'll have a display that it senses that it has a gas detector, or a gas detector inside. So now on my options, I have bump check, calibration, data transfer. So I'm going to hit calibration. So then it says in my LED display that it's calibrating. So from there, it's going to go through all of its checks. It takes about 2 minutes for it to run through the whole calibration. Make sure that you are in a well-ventilated area. It shouldn't be harmful in small doses, but over a long time, if you're going to be checking, more than one, that you want to be out in a more ventilated area. So next I have, while this is calibrating, it's going to run through all of its checks. Like I said, I brought up on the computer inside the SCBA room the Fleet Manager 2, and after it's done calibrating, we need to send it to the computer. And the way I do that, I'm going to first open it up, it runs through its checks, and then I'm going to hit import. And then from there, it will say what they have, what device is hooked up, and then I'm going to hit import again. And then it will take that information and put it on, and I could check that. So for the last one, I'm going to hit to be able to check what I have, log/results. And then it has it broken down to the gas alert Max XT2 or the gas alert Quattro. So if I'm looking at a Quattro, I'm going to open that up, and then they have at the very bottom of that, it says bump calibration results. So I click that, and it brings up when it was last checked, the date, the actual serial number, so each gas detector is different, and then the calibration, or if it's a bump check, and then it'll say if it's passed or failed, and it'll say if it's active or not. So you'll do all these checks, you'll log it in there, and you should be ready to go. Now back to our calibration that's going on. In this meantime, it's still calibrating. When it's done, it's going to have little checks next to each one, if it's good or not. And also on the docking station under calibration, it should have a green light on the pass if it's passed, or if it's failed, to have the red light. If it's failed, tag it out of service and notify me, and I'll be able to send it off or repair it. So, and that is all.